Pewdiepie, ladies and gentlemen, the king of YouTube, over 100 million subscribers, some call him the OG of YouTube, has launched a setup tour recently. And how do I know that? Well, you guys let me know in the comment section of my videos. And well, you guys know what that means. Time to check it out. Before we begin, I'm gonna give a huge thanks to Kamikoto for sponsoring today's video. Kamikoto makes great Japanese steel kitchen knives using traditional techniques from Japan, and they only source the steel from the mills in Japan as well. Each knife is individually inspected and comes with a lifetime guarantee. They also come in this beautiful heavy-duty ash wood box, which makes a great gift for your significant other, parents, or maybe yourself. Because of their single bevel edge, Kamikoto knives can achieve an unbelievably sharp edge you just can't get with other knives. They can cut through your ribeye like butter, and their knives are even used by several chefs working at Michelin-star restaurants. Personally, I love the presentation of the knives in their beautiful wooden box and their build quality. We actually used the knives last week to cut some meat and veggies, and we absolutely fell in love with how sharp these blades were. And right now, you guys can grab your very own at kamikoto.com/techsource or click the link below. But just for Valentine's Day, Kamikoto is offering my viewers an extra $50 off any purchase using my code TechSource. My $6 billion setup tour, 2 million views in the past 9 hours. Surely, the king of YouTube should have like an impressive, high-end, ridiculous gaming setup, right? Let's dive right in, folks, and take a look.
Today, I am going to show you my $6 billion YouTube house setup tour.
Okay.
But first, we gotta check out some other YouTuber setup, and I'm gonna check out some of you guys' setup as well, which I'm excited about.
Some of you guys' setup. All right, Pew, let's take a look at your setup, my guy.
Yeah, that's too close.
Why is the room so dark?
Looking cozy. Yeah, it's not the best setup in the world, but it's my setup, and I like.
It's not the best setup in the world. You just said it's a $6 billion setup. Also, why is it so dark in this room? Are you gonna turn the lights on? All right, boys and girls, and here is my ultimate gaming setup. We got triple. It's too dark. No, this is fine. We got triple monitors over here, TIE Fighter layout. We got a 4K 144 Hz monitor, and this.
Seeing how harsh I've been on
Felix?
other people's tours, I kind of feel like I've set myself up to fail here. But
he's gonna turn the lights on, right?
what do you start with? The essentials, the computer.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Guess not.
It's got the Brofist logo, swerving animation. That's how you know.
That's his PC? What? Yo, I don't know what to say. First of all, I do respect how humble this guy is. Holy crap, man. Multi-million-dollar stud, and this guy's rocking a, kind of looks like a pre-built PC. We got dual 80mm fans in the back and a GeForce RTX card, the 20 series card, so it's about a year old. I love how humble this guy is, to be honest. Like, most other YouTubers have like the high-end specs, right? We're talking 3090, 11900K or 12900K at this point, but man, this guy clearly doesn't care about his custom PC.
Oh, it's a good computer. Yeah.
It's a good computer.
It's got the red theme.
Is that an Origin? Looks like the Origin logo on the top there. Then those have some, that's a very humbling PC. I'm not sure what kind of games he plays or what he streams, but I mean, if that's able to handle, you know, whatever he's doing, then by all means, go for it, Felix. No complaints, no complaints at all.
RGB, that's how you know you're a gamer. Get it from here. Yeah. I feel like you could have way better computers, and you've seen me play Minecraft, and it's really on his last breath playing Minecraft with shaders and all that stuff.
So the fact that his gaming is even lagging while playing Minecraft, like he's in the position to easily buy whatever the hell he wants, but the fact that he doesn't, doesn't he like settle? In a sense, like he's settling, right, for a PC like that, when he can get something so much better. Especially if it's gonna be affecting your gameplay and your content, or if you're streaming, like shouldn't you at least upgrade the GPU, Felix? Hell, I'll build you a custom PC if you want. Or hit up Light Gaming. They'll send you a really nice pre-built PC.
But We're moving to Japan. I'm not gonna buy another computer, ship it all the way over there.
Okay.
Context how long we've waited to go to Japan.
That makes sense, actually. I didn't know he was moving to Japan.
And anyway, I like the computer. It's good. It's a good computer. Okay, I have the specs. It's
let's take a look at the specs.
64 gigabyte Intel Core i something.
Oh, it's a 9900K. Okay, that's wow. Okay, that's not bad at all.
Well, now you're just showing.
GPU, I'm not sure what it is. He's not listing it on here. I'm going to assume it's the RTX 2080 Ti, if I had to guess.
Oh, all the mine. I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, you know, considering I started making videos on like.
Have you noticed he hasn't turned the lights on yet in the room? Is the entire video going to be like this?
You know, an HP laptop that was garbage. I feel good with this one. Got this huge display, which I like. It's a Samsung CRG9 probably. On like a. Don't worry, it makes that sound. What are these called? Arm? So you can move it.
It's called a monitor mouse, Felix.
Flip over your stuff. You want to stand up, you sit down, whatever.
It's not a bad display. Definitely frees up a lot of space on your desk as opposed to going with like multiple monitors. So you can actually even split this monitor into 3 separate screens, I believe, or even 4. So you can have like OBS on one side, you can have your gaming or game capture in the middle, and then your Twitter or Twitch, whatever, on the other screen. So a lot of people actually do a single screen like this.
Especially when streaming and stuff like that, you can just, yeah. Everyone has like 3 monitors, right? And then it's all, ugh, one.
Yeah, it's cleaner.
Batter,
yeah, it's cleaner.
One batter. One.
But I feel like it's a bit too close to your face, Felix. Look at how much desk space you have for your keyboard and mouse. I feel like you're gonna be like this right in front of the ultrawide. You have so much more space in the back, especially considering it's on a mount. So why not just push the ultrawide back a little bit? You definitely have the space for all that.
Monitors, right? And then it's all, ugh, one.
It could be just personal preference.
Batter, one good, one great. I should probably.
Right, like is it me or is the ultrawide seem a little too close?
I have an RE320 microphone.
Nice.
Yeah, it sounds great. I love this microphone. I've used a lot of different ones in the past, but I think this one is the one that I like the most. Especially because you guys are usually over there, and it doesn't cover up all my face. I feel like a lot of YouTubers, they do like this. They have like the camera there, and it's like, "Hi guys, here's me."
It's just
like,
preference.
It sounds great, but it looks
it's preference.
Stupid. Not calling anyone out. It's not like my stuff.
I don't think it looks
but,
stupid.
You know,
I just think it's preference.
What is the best, however, I will tell you, is the Pewdiepie keyboard. Look at this baby. Let's turn on the brightness here a little bit.
Okay, look, I know it's his keyboard. I know he's got to make the sales and make that revenue, but Glarsa's made a video on how bad this keyboard is. I think it's in collaboration with Ghost or something, but the stabs are really bad. The dampening material is really bad. Like he made a video and he actually modded his keyboard and made it 1,000 times better. I get he's trying to promote his keyboard and mouse, but there are definitely a lot of other better alternatives out there.
Oof. Looking hella sexy. And the Pewdiepie mouse, of course.
I didn't even know you had a mouse.
Better than this. We even got the Pewdiepie cable, baby. Yeah.
It's nice that he's sticking to a theme though, you know, his own black and red topo theme for the setup, but don't really approve the keyboard and mouse choices, to be honest.
Mouse pad, because I prefer this one. It's too dark. There we go. Can you see better now?
Thank you, Felix.
I use is a Sony A7. You just pretend it's there, basically. A7 IIIS.
It only took half the video.
I like this camera because it's I can double it as for photography. If we're going out traveling, I can use it to take pictures. I used to have an old Sony A7. No one cares, but they were I had so much problem with them. They would turn themselves off randomly and like plugging them into the computer.
I've never had that issue with my Sony A7. Just throwing that out there.
It works. I love that camera. Everyone's complaining about my camera quality for so long. I'm so glad I finally fixed it. Like, it's an expensive camera, but it's super good. And I love using it.
Super expensive camera? I feel like that word shouldn't exist in Felix's vocabulary. Expensive? My guy, you can buy half of planet Earth. How is that expensive? That should be like pennies to you, my guy.
plug and play basically. You plug it in with like a fake battery and HDMI cable, and that's all it needs. You could even just use one cable for it, but I also have this, which is very unnecessary, but it's basically like my top cam, which is nice when I'm streaming or if I do branded stuff, I can just show very easily. As an epic minimalist, it's kind of hard to justify having like something that's so completely
Epic minimalist, he says that as he has a giant 49-inch ultra wide in his face.
And it's not in the way, you know? It's never a problem, it's just there, which I like. I guess that's the whole thing, but I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it minimal. I don't like having a lot of shit. I don't like having cables. I hate cables, they're the devil.
Let's take a look at your cable management.
Cables you gotta have, like
you're gonna show it, right, Felix?
Plugging your phone into the
you
computer
gotta show
and
it
stuff
to me.
like that. Not on the desk. This has to be clean, baby. I even put this now. You want a fisherman friend, bro?
He's got a freaking pencil drawer. Yo, let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about, Pewds. That's what I'm talking about. What? Oh, my life is complete. I'm telling you guys, freaking pencil drawers, okay? They're underrated and they're overlooked. These things are a lifesaver. I don't think there are any condoms in his, but yeah, very useful, very discreet. I'm gonna give you an extra point just for that, Pewds.
You know what? All right, well, another thing I got in my head that I needed, which I don't need, which is this, which I use as a soundboard. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Okay, that was freaking cool. So a lot of setup wars videos, I always recommend like adding double-sided tape and hooking up your audio interface upside down underneath the desk, but this is a much better alternative. Amazon sells a bunch of these pull-out drawers where you can install underneath the desk. So if you have something that has a bunch of buttons or if you're constantly using it, I think this is a much better approach. Putting it on those drawers, pulling it out, using it whenever you want, and then tucking it back in. So I don't know if the desk came with that or if you installed that yourself, Felix, but that was really nice. That was really cool to see.
That was a mistake. I recognize that, but now gone through all the effort of putting it in anyway. Got the most comfortable chair in the game, $399. I don't think it's $399 anymore. Oof. It's like $420 or something. I'm sorry. I used to Elgato.
I was gonna make a comment about buying gaming chairs and how stiff they are and how bad for the back it is. Well, I guess I already made that comment, huh?
Bruh. Thanks to Pokey, who pointed out not to put it in my face, it now points toward the light, the wall. The light points towards the wall. Is this interesting? Does anyone give a shit?
I do, I'm clearly watching, right?
Mine says so bored. Are you filming a game? Oh, that's so cute.
I still can't get over the fact his dog's name is my name. Like, I'm Pewdiepie's dog, god damn it.
He's actually using it. Normally.
You know what, I take that as a compliment though. Like, the most popular YouTuber naming his dog, we both got the same name, so come on. Come on.
Yeah, so many times he's just sleeping there, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh, now we get to dig deep.
Cables,
this is the fun stuff. This is where the fun begins. Look at this. No messy cables, schmables. Everyone, okay, there are some cables, I acknowledge that, okay? But no messy cables, okay? Got only necessary, so.
Okay, it's not bad, Felix, but in his defense, his setup isn't up against the wall, so it is a bit difficult. He has an island type setup where it's kind of in the center of the room, so naturally you're gonna have cables going across your desk and into like an outlet or whatever, since he didn't route them alongside the legs and on the carpet. So he kind of just bridged it across his desk to the other side of the wall. But it's not bad. It's not bad, Felix. I've seen worse, dude. I have seen so much worse.
Underneath, plops up here.
See, this is what I mean. He's got the cable sleeve just kind of bridging across into a, looks like a cable box on the opposite side. I'm assuming he did that because his desk is a sit and stand desk, so he needs that cable slack to lift and lower the desk. But if it wasn't, I would most likely route those cables alongside the leg piece using like Velcro straps or whatever, and then alongside the wall, so for a much cleaner look. But the way you have it right now, it's not bad at all.
Into the audio interface, which then goes to my computer. Check this out. Hidden underneath,
yeah,
baby.
it's not bad.
That's how it's done. I don't want to see it. I actually usually used to have like a little box, like that one over there. Yeah, whatever. I used to have it here, but now I don't. And you know, now I have all this extra space where I can do this if I want. Couldn't do that before. You feel my butt? Love this setup. It feels really good. I can look at myself. This is how I spend most of my days, just sitting. I just sit here and I think about what I do and what am I doing with my life. I'm just sitting here, thinking.
Man, if I had a mirror in front of my setup or behind me, I would use it for very, very creative things on the weeknights, that's for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Matze, I didn't show the LED lights. Matze, come back. I didn't show the LED lights. There you go. You see that? It lights up.
That's cool.
It's red.
But you gotta diffuse those, Felix. Come on, it's 2022 already. You gotta diffuse those lights.
It's like a theme. It's like a theme I have. Rate my setup. Do it in the comments. So yeah.
Rate your setup? Okay. I'll give you the rating in a bit. So let's go back real quick. For some reason, I didn't see any speakers. Maybe he has no speakers for the setup, and it's just the Razer headset. I think the Pewdiepie edition Razer headset that he's rocking. I sound like a broken record at this point, to be honest, but I'm still underwhelmed, and I'm underwhelmed because this is PewDiePie's setup we're talking about, right? I'm very shocked. I guess shocked is the word, that he took a more humble approach on the setup. There's nothing crazy, there's nothing unique, nothing that really stands out on his setup. Where's the custom Brofist LEDs? You know, where's the custom artwork or just any type of modifications or unique stuff that kind of separates your setup from the competition? It's very cookie cutter. Like, I've seen a lot of these setups on the show, minus the PewDiePie themed keyboard and mouse, obviously. So nothing really separates this setup from all the other setups I've seen. It's a very clean setup. It's a really good setup. It's very minimal. That's not to say it's a bad setup by any means. This is more of a humble setup. It's more of a clean, minimalistic setup. So I guess that's why I was a little bit disappointed. Like, if somebody else did this setup, for example, if you picture some random person on YouTube who isn't PewDiePie, if he made this setup, everyone would be like, that's it. It's a pretty okay setup, right? But the fact that it's Felix, people might be like, whoa, that's a pretty badass setup. But I always see past that, regardless of whose setup it is. I look at the setup as a whole, and that's what I judge. So with that said, my rating for this setup, it's an 8. It's a solid 8 because it's not a bad setup by any means. You know, very minimal, very humble, very clean, really good work with the cable management, but that spice factor just isn't there for me. I was expecting to see some custom work into it, something that kind of separates yours from the rest. Yeah, for the most part, it's just a good setup. I personally think the ultralight is a bit too close to your face. There's even a scene where you're kind of just like literally rotating your head from left to right. Unless you enjoy the exercise, I would try and push the ultralight back a little bit, but you know, if you're used to it, then not much you can do there. There's only one thing I liked about Felix's setup, and that is the location of it. For this type of room layout, it actually makes the most sense putting it in the center, because now he has all the extra space around him to walk around, which he kind of did in this entire video doing the setup tour. So really good use of space. I feel like if you put this against the wall, it wouldn't have looked that great. So kudos to Felix for that. But yeah, my rating, solid 8 out of 10, not bad Felix. But I'm hoping your next setup in Japan will be just a little bit more spicier. I do want to actually read a few comments. I'm curious to see what people say. It's good to see that Edgar is sharing his setup with you. I would love to share my setup with you. If you're ever in LA, hit me up, Felix. Pews is so grateful for the things he has, and I really like that. He has more money to buy anything he wants, but he keeps it relatively simple. I like that. 100% agree with this comment. The guy, he's down to earth, he's humble, and he's very grateful for the stuff he owns. He is not materialistic, at least from the stuff I've seen. And I feel like that's why he's so popular on YouTube. You know, he's not materialistic like a bunch of other YouTubers that I know. It's so hard to cable manage on a variable height desk, I swear. 18,000 comments on this? People actually agree with this? That's Marquez's comment? Yo. Fancy seeing you here, my guy. maybe it's just me, guys. Is it really difficult to manage cables on a variable desk, on a sit and stand desk?
The thing about cable management that everyone likes to always bring up is there's lots of exposed cables down here. But anytime you have a desk that changes heights, you can't really cable manage for both heights. So I've done the best I can.
It's not difficult at all, Marquez. If you want me to come over and show you a few cable management tips for your studio, you know where to find me, my guy. Favorite part of the setup was Edgar, hands down. Thank you very much. As a PC gamer, I would have appreciated actual specs on the compy. Yeah, I know, we all do. I'll give this an S tier on the setup tour tier list. I do love the support though. I mean, you have honestly some of the best fans on this planet, giving you 10s and stuff. Like, it's not a bad setup. It's a pretty good setup, but seeing the 10 out of 10s is interesting, that's for sure. Felix, I would love for you to react to my setup once it's complete. I'm working on one, it's pretty epic, I think. Once it's ready, I would love for you to react to it on your channel. I'm really curious to see what you would think about it. All right, and that will do it for today's video. As always, if you guys are enjoying these React series, let me know by tossing a like, and don't forget to comment below whose setup I should react to next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. That was a bad idea. I don't know why I did that.